A myth for the weak. Look at the world. Chaos, suffering. Where's your savior now?
What kind of man are you? Always second-guessing, never decisive. Real men lead, you follow. You falter, pathetic. Choices define you.
She deserves better. Your love is weak, unreliable.
How long would you see as a fraud? You're an apple rock. You're crumbly sand.
Daddy, you're supposed to protect, teach, inspire. But look, failures pile up. What legacy are you leaving?
The battle within never ends. Fight me if you can.
Extraterrestrial, like an extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial, like an extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong, I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. like an extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Like an extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the BTSI show. I'm your host, Christopher J. Thank you guys for tuning in. I sincerely apologize. As we speak, I'm still uploading clips right now. Had to make sure I got the ones that I'm looking for, the ones I want to respond to, and we just keep it pushing like that. Out of the 9 clips that I have, I'm on number 5 right now. So I was considering just doing a regular show, but I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's late in the night. This already took a good minute, and yeah, so we just gonna work with the 9 clips we have. We're gonna bypass quick hits tonight, last call, and all that other stuff. And we're gonna see. The link is dropped. Sal, my brother, what's good, man? The link is dropped. You guys are more than welcome to pull up and give me your takes. Hopefully it's not none of the restarts that I heard today, because people have trouble just keeping it what's called unbiased, I guess, with their take about what happened today with Anton and Corey. I'm gonna keep it very biased. I'm gonna be honest how I feel about these things, the situation. You're gonna get my most organic take on it. And some people may say I may be dancing around, don't know how the fuck you came to that conclusion, but the link is dropped. You guys are more than welcome to pull up. You think I'm not keeping 100, you can challenge me on that. There's a reason why that list is pretty damn small, but that's neither here nor there. But take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a minute since I've done this. If you want more content like this, please subscribe and share. Follow me on all my social links are located in the description. We're almost there to 1,000 subscribers. Let's hurry up and get there so we can do this Cash App giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. So while I'm still in the process, I might just go ahead and I should have did a mass upload, but that's gonna fuck up this thing I got going on. I ain't trying to do all that shit. So how did we get here? I woke up this morning, got a text message, and I was suggested. Oh shit! I was like, see, these new updates be killing me. Sal, what's good, man?
Yo, what up, though?
I am Chilling, man. Let me get this right. Okay, this should be accurate. Hey, man, what's been going on, fam?
Nothing much, man. It's just the laughing at this whole entire situation.
Yeah, it was cool. It was. There were some cool moments. Um, it. Well, let me get to this. Actually, let me read this comment real quick. Then, well, I'll tell you how we got here. Well, how I got here. Anton was on that BS from the jump when he said he wasn't black, he Christian. I knew then he was full of it, and he never talked bad about white men in America. I wonder why. I'm going to reserve my comments on that for now. I have I have context and I have my own take, so we will get into that. We say, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, I got the 6 clip loaded. The largest one already loaded. I'm working on the other ones. The other one should go like this, hopefully. So I woke up this morning and I was told if I don't do anything today, I need to react to this video. Now, keep in mind, by the time this video got to me, it was just the link for Corey Holcomb stream. Now, I like Corey Holcomb. Prior to the pandemic, I met him through a mutual acquaintance twice. One of the coolest people that I came across. I can say that about Corey Holcomb. Especially when you meet comedians when they're not on stage, when they're real life in person. I met him. I met Ali Sadiq through the same acquaintance. Now that I think about it, so and I'm not just saying that just name that just to say when you deal with people when they're not on stage, that's when you get the best of them or the authentic them. Especially in that environment we was in. So it was a cool thing to see. Now I said, okay, what did Corey do now? I know he's from the Patrice O'Neill tree, which is how I like my comedians, meaning raw and uncut. So I was like, all right, just let me click it. Went through the intros. First I saw Corey, then I saw Anton. I was like, oh God. I threw my phone on the bed. I just went to go take a shower and started my day. You know why? Because I knew exactly how that interaction was going to go. I know both of these gentlemen. Came across Corey Holcomb twice prior to the pandemic through mutual acquaintance. I have met Anton at least 4 times already. One was for the Lapeith in Houston, and 3 meetups. And obviously, you can, if there's some old Fight Club videos that's still around, obviously I know who Anton is. That's my guy. I respect the hell out of Anton and what he does. Besides, I'm a back chaser. I'm still part of the Patreon. I knew this was not going to end well. I knew it. As soon as I saw him sitting down at the desk, I was like, yep, this is going to go extremely bad. Extremely bad. And lo and behold, Chris, where's my fucking hashtag? And I could credit Will for this hashtag because this was his idea. This was only going to go one way.
Chris is always right.
Yes. This was only going to go one way. So I said, fuck it. Let's see. Let's see where this went to. Like I said, I have heard a bunch of people speak on this, unfortunately. So I did not get a chance to watch your reaction to this. So my apologies for that. I was just ripping and running and a couple of other things that we'll talk offline about that one. But what's that? That was number 6. So this is number 7. Yeah, yep. You guys, I'm on number 7 of 9. Trust me, we got the others uploaded. But Will, before we get into it, do you want to give your take on it, or do you want to just see the clips that I got posted that I want to react to?
You know what? I don't want to spoil it, but I could just tell you from jump, I knew this was going to be bad because I know the type of energy that Corey brings to situations, and I know who Anton is, so it's just like, yeah, this is not about to go good. But yeah, let's get to the clips.
All right. We're gonna start. We're gonna start slow, and we're gonna eventually work our way up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like it says, did the 7th one should have uploaded? Okay, just added it. Good. Let me get number 8 in there. I know y'all. I should have been had this taken care of all day today, but I won't. I'll leave it. I'll leave it alone. Who was distracting most of my time. My guy, IB Wody, what's good, fam? Salutations, salutations, salutations. All right, y'all. Let's get to this first clip. And this is how this right here. If y'all don't know some shit is about to go left, this is how you start. This is how shit goes left. Uh-oh. Come on, don't do this.
Well, I know
your chat think they tough. I noticed
They think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We seen
you charging them up.
We seen,
here we go.
We seen worse. You know, I don't pay attention to niggas that don't got no profile picture.
You know, I always
I promise to God, bro.
And they scared to step forward.
I don't pay attention. I think them type of niggas jerk off in their socks.
Yeah.
That's called testing the waters. That's called testing the waters. Obviously, the weakest part of any internet content creator, whatever, is going to be the chat. And I say that respectfully. Because nobody from the chat, especially the faceless chats, are really going to click the link and do anything or say anything. Will, how many times have people turned out to be pussy?
Man, plenty. The internet chat room is like, it's a safety zone where people could just type into any chat that they can put out anything that they want to. We call them keyboard warriors. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every now and then I gotta remind myself these are probably children, because I always drop the address: 5085 West Summer Road, Houston, Texas. Nobody has showed up. I have went to Dallas. I have went to DC. I have went to Detroit. I keep forgetting I went to Florida as well, but Haines City to be exact. And I went to New York. All these locations are people who have talked shit about me from the time I came on this side of YouTube to now. I went to their cities. They know I was in their cities because I always make the announcement that I'm going to be there. How many of them pulled up on me?
I can only imagine very few.
None.
If not none. Yeah.
Still waiting. Still patiently waiting, but a friend of mine told me to stop doing that. So I might have to take that into consideration. So that's how you test the waters. Now let's get into something that is historically accurate. How did black people come into this country?
It's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African-American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
Was slavery in the United States before?
slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world.
Okay, there was a little bit of double screen. Okay, we good. Um, let's see. How do I? Yeah, I don't need this anymore. I get X out of here. My bad, yeah. I'm still trying to figure this out. Okay, so here's something I always tell people regarding the level of education. Let me go here. Perfect. Um, I understand. This is what's taught to. This was actually educated to me last month. When it comes to education, ladies and gentlemen, there's the free version, and then there's the premium version. The free version was from pre-K all the way to your senior year of high school. That's free education. If you want to learn more, or at least learn the real part of history, you have to go to college, and for the most part, you have to pay for that, unless financial aid, scholarships, or whatever. So, in the facts, the idea of Africans sold black people to white folks to bring us over here is factually correct. And if you don't want to go to college and pay all that money, totally understand. You can even go as far as to read the 1619 project that came out, I don't know how many years ago. Even they talk about that in that book. I remember that because what's her name? Jamel Hill. She had one of the people that played a part in that book on the podcast, and they had a discussion about the idea of Africans selling black people, selling other Africans to this country, and the fact of what type of form of slavery it was, cattle slavery versus the actual slavery that's going on worldwide. And it has been historically been going on prior to 1619. So he's correct in what he says about that. That is factually accurate. If you are stuck with the free 99 education, you will never know that. So, Anton, that's 1 point for Anton, easily.
Yeah, it's a very uncouth truth that a lot of people really don't want to accept because it's like it's unfair that people would have to admit that that's a part of history that a lot of people don't want to admit to it, but it just is what it is. They didn't just go over there and just round them up. They did that towards the end after they realized that they was either running out of things to trade or they just wanted to take them over. So, but in the beginning, it was all for trade. That's really what it was all about. It was nothing. It was nothing to squawk at. And for people like Corey that want to deny the existence of this history, that lets me know how ignorant you're, willfully ignorant, and you choosing not to actually engage in a part of history that's actually there. You're
Right.
just gonna willfully ignore it because you don't want to admit to this thing. You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I totally agree. Now, and for the most part, I think I had an idea about this before the idea of 1619 coming from the woodworks. But it's like you said, when you're presented with new information, as the facts change, so should your opinion. But if you're hell bent on sticking to what you know, I'm always gonna have a problem with that. I always have a conversation with somebody who always wants to challenge me or challenge the science behind something, and I'm looking like fool. You're still, all you have is your high school diploma to show for. I actually have a college degree, but never mind the degree. The first 2 years of college, you would know that most of the things you learned in high school was absolute bullshit.
Right.
But yet you still challenge me. I
Mhm.
don't understand that concept, whether it be from personal phone calls, text message, clubhouse mainly. I always tell these restarts. You are not smarter than me. Stop pissing me off before I take it there with you.
Right.
But and sometimes I have to remove myself. But let's continue on with that. Now, there's something there's something that goes to being strategic about learning your opponent. This is why I tell people, this is why I always say hashtag Chris is always right, because I really 9 times out of 10, I know who I'm dealing with. Here's a good example.
But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
We was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart, it was taught to you.
You say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
Wow.
I studied you.
This is why
Where am I racist? I don't know a lot of racism in me. But maybe
Absolutely.
you can show me something I don't know.
We're going to get there. We'll get there.
Know your opponents. Know your opponents before you engage.
Mm-hmm.
That way you're not blindsided. And honey the goddess, sweetheart, that's not a shot at you. I promise to God, that's not a shot at you.
Yeah, that's Corey's fault if he didn't do his homework on Anton before he engaged with him. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you don't know who Anton is by now, you should at least know who Anton is by now, especially being on this YouTube thing. You see what I'm saying? It's not nothing new. But instead of just like this is the same thing that went down with Charlie Kirk. Instead of people just listening to sound bites and clips, maybe you should have actually went and watched some content or became or did some study on them. But it's not really hard to recognize who Corey is or where he come from or how he do it, because eventually it's gonna come out in the end, and it is. And when it does, we're gonna see what happens.
Right. And me personally, I just don't understand it. He's lit, and that's another thing. If you're going to invite somebody on your show, at least have an idea who this person is.
Yeah.
Like next, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we're bringing back Christopher J's one-on-one, where I have a sit-down interview. I have an idea who I'm talking to and who's coming to my show. Fantasy, Q, content, Callie, AM, and next week is Tara from Clubhouse, and she has a YouTube page here. I know who I'm talking to. I have done well studied enough to know that I'm not gonna be blindsided. They're not gonna be blindsided. This is a safe space. How did you invite somebody on your panel and you didn't know who the hell he was?
Right.
He did it. Well, but like I said, I guess this is just a learning experiment, because I don't know. I couldn't have been this irresponsible, respectfully.
Yeah.
But at least they came to agreement on something.
Because I have the hopes. I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not
And
blind
I
and
have the
stupid.
hopes that I'm going to get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't
really
know
do.
nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker.
Correct.
That's who I am.
I'm with it.
I don't like slick motherfuckers.
That's the first thing we agreed on.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, this is still gonna go bad. I know some people say, oh, okay, good. They coming to common ground. I said, just wait for it. Y'all may know one of them. Y'all don't know both of them. Just wait for it. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna go there. So,
Yeah, by the way, that was a shot that Corey took directly at Anton when he said,
of course, yeah, these subtle shots that's being thrown. It's like I'm just sitting back like, yep, just take your time, bomb. It's going to happen because Corey and other people can do that with other celebrities and they could be throwing shots back and forth. What's going to happen when you come across somebody that's going to cross that line of disrespect? Granted, that line was not highlighted in the beginning. And I guess as men, you don't have to articulate that. But when somebody really doesn't give a fuck, what did I always say? When someone try to go at you and raw, what's that one quote I always say?
Be careful when you how it's be careful how low you go because you never know someone may be willing to go to hell.
Yeah, actually, I think that's a you and Raw quote, honestly, but I'm a borrow that. But
Oh
don't.
no, what's a three to you may be a 10 of them.
Yes, that's one. That is the one quote I always say, and also don't fuck with people who gives a fuck less than you.
Absolutely.
People on this side of YouTube that we on gives a fuck less than the blue check marks. I say that respectfully. So y'all have something to lose. We don't. So be careful when you talk to certain people that have nothing to lose. So this next clip is 4 minutes long. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Homegirl asked Anton interesting question. I think it's worth talking about. So let's get into it.
Excuse me, ma'am. You need a mic, ma'am. You can ask on the mic. God damn it.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
No, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people, like straight up hate white people. And it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to,
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
The main way that they
You need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest.
See, that's what I was going to say. That's the argument that black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wound up becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct and if it's all about white people and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
No. Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him.
Fuck with who?
Barack Obama and his wife. We fuck with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this point.
Absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up, up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. I'm telling you
Right,
what
are you
it
saying
stands
you don't fuck
for.
with the, you don't fuck with the backdoor shit?
I don't.
I don't either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
because this is backdoor Republicans.
and we
I
were
know,
taught
we're
by our
talking-
parents.
Come on.
We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many people, how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what. You
I
vote
agree.
Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties on a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really, you finna?
It bothered me when Corey laughed at the idea that black people are not the original. When it comes to the Republican Party, how black people or conservative party, that's pretty much how black people identified as. I don't understand. I'm 38 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and albeit I knew that I can't go back to how many years, probably a decade and a half that I've known that black people have initially been conservative, even in their in their in their um in their value system is conservative. Black people to this day, I don't know too many black liberals. Um, if you really want to be honest, go ask people what's their stance on funding, money, taxes, religion, and LGBTQIA. You're going to find out real quick how conservative black people are. That's how it's always been since the beginning for a long time. Now, you want to talk about the Democratic Party? Yeah, black people then transition into being Democrats. Depending on who you talk to, they said I would never align with these white elitists who so happen to be racist, and they say as black people we can't do that. We want to be a Democrat. Um, you can go to the Biden administration and you can see how racist the Democrat Party has been towards black people.
Absolutely.
I don't know where you guys been at for the last 4 to 5 years, but I'm gonna need you to really go back and take a look how Democrats feel about you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm whether it be a Republican or conservative or whatever. I can tell you one thing: if you ever needed a clear definition of how the Democrat Party feels about you, the Joe Biden administration was about as glaring as it gets. Don't call me no Democrat moving forward until some changes are being made. But even then, I don't even. One day, I just chat you. I think I told you guys this. I just chat GPT a simple question, some questions. I was like, you know what? I believe in making the most money, being taxed less. Don't want the government in my business. I just want to protect and provide for my family. What party will I will? What party um has those core values? Republican. I literally asked AI that, and they said Republican. And as far as conservative values, there's just some things I just personally believe in. I kind of didn't know that my values could be somewhat conservative. But yeah, based off of the things that I value the most, yeah, I'm a Republican. And guess what? Black people, ironically, do not. I want black people to really think about this. Do you not? Do you guys not want the same thing? Do you want to make the most money? Do you want to get taxed less? Do you want the government to stay out of your business? I know y'all do because when it comes to marriage license, you guys don't want to get that information to the government.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to provide for your family? Do you want to protect your family? If the answer is yes, you're a Republican, and that's okay. What's wrong with a black person being a Republican? Some of
Everything
y'all
is
going
wrong with it.
go ahead.
Everything is wrong with it because going back to that whole ideal of the whole thing of um calling people a coon, and that whole ideology of pretty much separating the masses, and getting people into a position to where they just think that everybody who doesn't go along with the get along program, they just don't want to be they don't want to be they don't want to be with us. And if you're not with us, then you against us. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is like when it's at that degree, when it's at that level, that should be an off kilter like note to everyone to just be like, okay, something ain't right about this. This whole ideal that if you don't vote blue, you're not black. People got to ask questions, and when they don't ask questions, they get found in a space where it's just like, all right, is there a reason why we not trying to really understand why this is? So we just automatically being Democrat means being black, or rather being black means being Democrat. That's what we pretty much finding this down to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Question that it makes people uncomfortable because they have to wake up from a reality that they have to wake up from an illusion that they have been sold since the beginning times, and they don't want to do that. They don't.
Right, because like if you're presented with the truth, what shall you do moving in? It's real simple. Change your fucking opinion.
That's it.
As the facts change, my opinions will alternate, and I'm okay with that. That's why when people always talk about this goofy shit, I'm like, I'm not hearing you. What you're trying to say? If you got something substantial, I don't want to substantiate your argument because some of you guys are not good at that at all. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. But bring the facts in. Corey Holcomb has yet to bring the facts into this conversation, and that was what got on my nerves. What is this next clip? I don't know because I just started uploading clips because we was getting a little bit too close to the deadline. This one's 2 minutes. That's all I know, and I think this is the clip before it goes left. What the hell?
That's what should count.
I don't hear that
because
shit.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
My God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong? What I
This
said?
is so insane.
Is that what I said?
This is-
I
this
said
is
when the
so
cops
insane.
shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to
You're
say
not- you're
all
not
black
gonna
people are
gaslight me.
stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not. I
don't
talk
think
about
you
white
got
people all the time.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me?
I
Because I
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal
I hear
white
you talking
women
about
literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go
against
against them, it'll be some video of you going against them.
You
And when
know
I
what the
say
easy
them,
thing
I'm
is?
talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that.
I don't
We
have a
say
boss.
that. But here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm an
of
equal
it?
accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men
Well, you
since
ain't
you've
been
been up
listening.
here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
don't
taking
have,
the.
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity,
Because if that's the case,
that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they
Absolutely.
destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Ladies and gentlemen, on the Millionaire Morning Show, Anton called out white men. I remember that episode because he trolled the living fuck out of white men because of something that he said. and he dropped the link for them to pull up. They did. He made content out of that shit. What did Anton say? He was highlighting and trolling white men by saying this. You guys came from one country to this country. You conquered, you dominated. What did you do afterwards? You gave all the power to white women. And because you gave the power to white women, look at where the country's at right now, which is one of many reasons why white men don't get respected. He had fun trolling white men that hopped on that morning show panel and double and triple down with the shit that he said. Can somebody from 5150 tell me why did you not do your research before you open your mouth? This is not a Team Anton situation. This is journalism. This is doing your due diligence. This is having your receipt ready when you speak to somebody. Somebody on that team failed and got Corey looking kind of funny in the light.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's two things. One, Corey got Corey looking bad. Corey didn't have to. Corey didn't have to. He didn't have to choose to be this way. Corey chose to be this way. You see what I'm saying? And then the other thing about it is that when it really goes to show that one, you don't care about the content, you just care about the moment. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you really cared about the content, then one, you got somebody big coming to your platform, and you're about to open up this segue to try to make him look bad to make yourself look good. One, that's a bad look on your part, because now what does other big name content creators, when they look at this situation, they look at this moment, what they gonna think? You see what I'm saying? How they gonna look at this situation like, damn, you did that to Anton, what the hell you'll do to me? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Then number two, like even in that clip, it's just like, bruh, you standing in something that you don't know nothing about.
Right.
You're up here talking about stuff that you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, this was not the hill for Corey to die on. Because the people could chalk it up as he's a comedian, so he can get away with doing stuff. No. The comedians that I know are smart, well calculated. Like I said, from the tree of Patrice O'Neal, I'm not giving that to Corey. Like, you gotta do better than this. He's a lot smarter than this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what anybody say. That is one educated brother and one calculated brother. This is kind of low-key disappointing. I'm not gonna hold you, man. Excuse me. Let's get to the next clip, because here's how it started.
Let's slow down, because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian male's ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me, because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't suck dick.
Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck
Yeah,
dick.
you do.
So fix
You doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't
Believe me
do
when I
that.
tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
And he got what he got.
Y'all saw Corey's face when he turned back after he said you sucked.
Yeah. Corey earned that. You want to know how he earned that? Let me tell you. Because prior to that, what Corey did is that he told Anton that he kissed the behind of white men.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think was gonna come from that? Like all the way leading up to this point, you and your whole entire bag to try to get back in good with the black community. Because you got to remember, Corey caught hella work from the black community for the things that he was saying and doing throughout his career.
I believe you. Well, yeah, I believe you. He said what he wanted to say, and it is what it is. That's why I fuck with Corey. So this was just a bad look. You told somebody to kiss your ass. His response, he said, "You kiss white man's ass." Excuse me. You kiss the ass of white man.
Mm-hmm.
Anton's response is, "You suck the dick of black people." Now, here's what I was thinking about this morning. Because, like I said, you either ready to die or ready to kill if you invite somebody to your privates.
Yeah.
So, but I have to think about it. I was like, was that warranted though? I have to go back and check. I was like, well, let me think about this. You just told another grown man that he kiss ass. It's subtle because we say it a lot, but that is in the same realm of SMD. Because you
Yeah.
don't like that gay stuff, you you as a grown man, go put your lips on another grown man's ass. That's some gay shit.
Yeah.
And so is sucking dick. Fair game.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair. Now you didn't because, like I said, we take that phrase for granted. I done told mad people to kiss my black ass. Before I just started calling them a bunch of restarts. But yeah, I can understand. Like that's subtle game. If they was to say SMD back, that would be fair game. But I'm dropping the address 5085 West Summer Road, Houston, Texas. We need to pull up. But that's fair. I gotta get that. That's gotta get that to Anton. But let's continue because it escalates.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it. Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit, homie.
I don't give a fuck about none of
Well,
this
I
shit
tell you
right
what,
now.
watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You
homie.
say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
Okay, but that gay shit, oh, you
I
go.
don't give a fuck about what you talking
Hey,
about.
homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put
You
no
switching
dick
seats
sucking
don't mean
shit.
to me.
Don't put no
I'm
dick
from
sucking
Detroit,
shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit
Say
right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I'm gonna
I don't do no
it's your
dick sucking
platform.
shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're
We
not
good.
bossing up on me.
Yo,
We good. I did already. I don't do
Nigga,
dick
we can put
sucking
the
shit.
microphone right down,
Yo.
right now, and go on our back. I don't give a fuck
sir,
about
no,
this shit.
sir.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
got a
You
question
running
for
your mouth.
Anton.
I don't do
You
no
doing
dick
this shit for
sucking
the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
if you want to say Anton, listen, don't
I'ma
disrespect
let
me
you
like
finish.
that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you, but don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm gonna extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how
Did I call this nigga out his name?
Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get disrespected.
I got a question.
So let's break this down. You got up out your seat. So it's safe to say that your butt is not glued to the chair. You told homegirl to switch seats. You got in that man's face, and y'all was going at it. Verbal altercation. You told that man say SMD again. Say SMD again. Sal.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you just like this. The moment he would have said, "Say it again," oh, I'd have said it with impunity, and I would have added more on top of it. You see what I'm saying? I'd have gave it.
Right.
I'd have gave it. I'd have gave it so much more than what was needed or what was necessary. Because
Yeah,
my
because I
thing
want to see
is,
where you want to take it with it. I want to see
huh?
where you want to, because I want to see where you want to take it with it after I say it.
Absolutely. I want to see where we going with it. I want to see how far you gonna let me get before you get ready to ball your fists up and get the throwing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not
That
gonna.
shit.
First of all, you got it in my face. Second of all, you're not really on that type of time because if you really felt like that, then the moment that I said it, you would have been ready to go. You should have jumped over or jumped through old girl that was sitting in
Right.
the middle of the table. So apparently your temperature ain't there yet. You know, you approaching the boiling point, but you ain't ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
when Anton said it, uh Corey was like, let me make sure that's what he said. You heard what he said when he said it the first time. I don't need
Right.
to make
Let
sure.
me
I don't
make
need to
sure.
make sure
Ain't
you said
nothing
it.
to double check. You heard suck and you heard dick. What
Period.
more information did you need?
Period.
You didn't need anything else after that. That was crazy. Because, man, nigga, please. Like I said, you were not glued to the seat. You got in that man's face. You told him to say it again. Me personally, y'all was right there. And after you got up, as soon as you should have sat down. First move should have been a right hook to his eye, if that was the case. Clearly, he wasn't on that type of time. See, in the case of me, if I'm giving you a chance to walk that shit back, that's when we got homegirl in between us. Because once I get up, it's too late. We don't even have to take it outside. Corey said that shit behind will cost $1 million. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Would have drove your ass outside, gave you this work. Let our security guards and our other security guards go at it. I'm gonna take your ass outside and I'm gonna put you in the dumpster for that type of disrespect. So, like I said, no fish was thrown at fucking all. So, and also Anton said we could take it outside.
Yeah, he did invite him outside. But my thing is like, I don't know. I said this. I said this earlier, and I wanted to go back on it, but at the same time, I know who I am. I'm not gonna go back on it. Your studio costs $1 million, then it's about to be. It's about to. I'm about to be doing $1 million worth of damage with your body.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Win, lose, a draw. First of all, I don't let nobody just walk up on me like that. If you walking up on me, I'm standing up. I'm not sitting down.
Yep. But that goes to another level of disrespect. Wody, you goddamn right. You gotta take out the trash. I'm taking out the
Period.
trash all day, every day. Can't leave trash in the studio. Go take it outside.
Yeah.
So, so here's the thing. But that's even much more of a level of disrespect. Because I was watching Sharon earlier, and I heard that stuff that Brownsville was saying. That's a fucking reach. Brownsville, you cool people. That's a fucking reach. Some of that stuff you were saying was a reach. If I tell you that you suck dick and you approach me and I'm still sitting, I don't fear what you're saying. I don't fear you. So there is nothing that you have presented in this situation that warrants me to be on guard. How much of a pussy do you have to be for me to be still sitting like this? Because I want to see you do it. On God, I want to see you live out this threat that you're talking about. I'm right here, space and opportunity. I will keep my hands down. I will let you get the first swing off so that you can at least tell people, hey, I hit him in the jaw. Yeah, you did. What happened after that? You ain't got another swing off because, like I said, your teeth is right here. So a couple blood spots are right over there, and your body is literally outside. Your body's literally outside. That's how that shit is going to go.
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting here just chilling, I don't think you're going to do something. Or even then, what did Anton do right now? He tried to test him to see if he was about that life. Here's what happened.
Okay.
No. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No,
No.
This
because
my
I take
show.
That's
This
cool.
my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking. I don't dick suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't
bro.
dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking
You're
shit
not gonna
again,
do
nigga.
shit. You're not gonna
Come at me with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We can go
I'll
out back
show you
right
who
now.
the fuck I am.
We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back right now.
I got money for all this. Whatever.
I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
Hey, yo.
No, it's just not respect.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling. Darlene, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now, because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like it,
If you want to
okay,
get back to the
but
conversation,
we
we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not
ain't
listening
no
to none of that
dick
shit,
suckers
bro.
up here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not,
Because that ain't
you
nothing-
not that tough.
Okay. Right. Absolutely right. And what did he do? Stay seated. Oh, actually, take that back. Let me stop lying. He did get up, readjusted himself, and sat right back the fuck down. Anton made a proposition. Meet me outside. We can take care of this right fucking now. You sat your ass behind that desk still. And I'm so fucking disappointed. Comedians took an L today. Okay, however you guys want to dice it, comedians took an L today.
They
And
always take L's.
comedians usually hold on. Oh crap, I'll do that later. And comedians usually are one of the hardest stand 10 toes down, stand on business type of people you will ever come across.
I don't know.
Sometimes some of them like the fact that you say what you're gonna say and you stand on that shit, I respect that. That's why I say I don't trust for the most part, I trust the Patrice O'Neal tree, and that's it. Everybody else, they're gonna coddle to social media. They say, well, we can't say this anymore. So we're gonna have to try to, as comedians, we're gonna go ahead and try to better ourselves by adapting to the environment. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Say what you say, mean what you say, and stand the test of time. Live on your core audience. This is why I like Andrew Schultz. He's going to say what he wants to say, and his bread and butter is his core audience. His core audience will cancel him if he don't keep it 100. So the fact that Corey did this shit, matter of fact, I just thought about it. Let me go ahead and put sleep mode on because I don't want to be bothered. The fact that Corey Holcomb did this shit, like I said, yeah, comedians, they gotta hold this L. That's a big L. That's a win. That's a win for us content creators, us YouTubers. I guess that's what you want to call us. But the blue check marks, yeah, they gotta hold that L.
It's like this whole thing. It could have went way better than what it possibly could, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, people want to make things more than what they possibly could be. Like I said, this could have been a great piece of content, which in the end, I guess I have to say, it turned out to be a good piece of content because it literally has
Right.
everybody talking. Like it's trending so bad everywhere that everybody's partaking in it. But the thing is just like in the end, what did you really gain from it? What did you really learn from it? Because from the looks of it, it don't look like nothing other than the fact that you tried to son Anton and Anton wasn't with it. You know, you
What?
you gotta to first to get first to get to be able to sign somebody. First, you got to be able to back them into a corner, and they don't know that they being signed. And what unfortunately for excuse me, unfortunately for Corey, he don't he think this is a joke to him, right? This whole thing with the internet, like this is nothing new to Anton. Like this whole thing about Fight Club, like bro, that's nothing new to him, man. It's nothing new to
Right.
him. But I agree with what Anton said. He said this is why I don't do StreamYard interviews no more. I'm doing it in person because I want to check your temperature. Just in case you know you get out of line, then we can handle it right then and there. Forget all of that. You get the safety of being behind a StreamYard. No, ain't no
Mhm.
stand behind the StreamYard. We're gonna handle this right here and now. That way, when people when this happen, then people can see from jump you ain't about what you really about. You really not. And if Corey was really about what he was really about, then he would have damn sure took care of Anton right then and there. As soon as he said the whole pipe polishing thing, you would have took care of him right then and there. With no question.
That's a fact. When he said that, like I said, here we go. I was like, it went exactly how I said it was gonna, how I thought it was gonna go, and I was like, now let's see if they start throwing hands. This was your opportunity. No hands were thrown, and I can tell you right now, I told Hulk, and also this was also what was brought to my attention. Also, because I had a lot of questions after Anton left. I know people are gonna go back and watch the interview. I'm do my due diligence to remember to put this in the. Actually, let me see if I can do that right now. Um, put this in the description before I forget. There we go. Because I have a lot of questions with this. Because, like I said, I did not know. Obviously, I had no heads up, and the person that sent me the text message this morning, thank you, because I didn't really want it the heads up. I wanted it to be my expression to be organic. That first hour and 5 minutes was very entertaining. Very entertaining. I was thoroughly entertained. I didn't get the other part towards the end where they got into it again and he just left. Even then, that was a bad look on Corey's part. But I had some questions, like because it was brought to my attention that Anton was on the thumbnail, title, or the description, or all three, or all three.
All three of them.
What they said in there that Corey, I stopped at the minute 26 mark because he wasn't saying shit. Because I had so many questions. He no, you was still talking and you ain't said nothing up until the 1 hour 26 mark. And I said, no, I'm good here. You're not talking fast enough.
Mm-mm.
But shout out to Bees. But if you felt that way, man, take the stream down. There
No, he
are
gonna leave it.
people.
No, he gonna leave the stream up. It's a perfect opportunity to get clicks and views, and it's doing what it needs to be. It's doing what needs to be done. It is making its rounds all across YouTube and the rest of social media, right? But
Right.
outside of that, and outside of that, you got what you wanted. You wanted to test Anton. Well, nah, you got what you wanted. So what's the next move? Because I just find it funny. Like there, if I was Corey, there's no way that Anton would have been leaving about that studio comfortably. Anton's supposed to leave out that studio in pieces if you was really on that type of time.
I agree. Just on some man, just the simple part about being a man. First of all, because you repping Chicago hard, number one, and cool, you can do that. But don't be saying all that shit if you're not gonna do nothing. You had a glorified opportunity to do something. opportunities that I wish, me personally, I wish that somebody had the balls to say that to me in person.
Oh man.
Like you guys, I'm because I'm busy. I'm usually busy at work. Um, what keeps me sharp and on my toes are the people of Clubhouse. But don't get twisted. There's a bunch of restarts on there, and I call them that every single time. I just want somebody. I was actually now that I think about it, I was on Sharon's panel last week. I want somebody to actually keep the same energy and actually take me up on my offer to meet me in person so they can tell me how they feel in person. Unfortunately, it's never gonna happen. It's not even gonna happen now because I made a promise to somebody that I will stop doing that. But nothing will make me happy is for one of these restarts to come to my face to say what they want to say so I can finally do what I want to do. But like I said, uh, one man can only dream. So to your point with the Corey Holcomb, yeah, Corey, you had the opportunity. You had a once in a lifetime opportunity to show people that you are who you say you are. Not what you verbalized after the man left, untouched by the way, but you are what you say you are.
That
He missed
man
that
left there
opportunity.
comfortable, boy.
And also, that's another thing. This is some whole shit that Corey did that I didn't appreciate. You said pretty much saying, "Who's that chick with you? That ain't your wife." That was some sucker shit.
Yeah, it was. You
That
know what that was.
yeah, that I was like, now some people, it's like you are literally trying to sabotage homie's relationship. Now some people say, well, you don't know what Corey Holcomb was really thinking um when he was saying that. I'm going to say this respectfully to the person who said that to me earlier. You are a dumb broad. Shut the fuck up talking to me. I'm smarter than you. You should have stayed in the condo that your daddy should have left you in.
Damn.
Do not approach me with this shit when I end the stream. Anytime after I end the stream, don't approach me with that. If you're not that damn smart, trust me, we know. In other words, final warning.
Don't fucking
Leave me
fight
alone.
with me, nigga! Rookie mistake. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest because people really be testing me.
It be like that sometimes. That happens.
So yeah, I don't know who I don't know who the young lady was. It could be whoever, but I can tell you one thing. Anton puts people on all the time. He literally puts people on all the damn time. We all know who Rita is. I met Rita before, well, obviously with Anton. One of the nicest ladies, the nicest people you will ever meet. And if you are part of the Patreon, you know she's very knowledgeable about business. So, Corey, that was fucking goofy to the highest order. Because, duh, I'm too much of a real nigga. I'm not going to do that. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because, Corey, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. Like I said, Corey's cool people. I met him a couple of times through a known acquaintance here in Houston. Nice guy. Was Corey by himself? No. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Because just on principle, you can say, Chris, you don't know anything about that. Neither did you when you did that to Anton last night.
Mm.
See how principles work? That's just in case if your followers want to say something stupid to me. I slit throats, not only online. I'm capable of doing that in real life. So for anybody that wants to say something
Don't
stupid,
fucking fight with me, nigga! Rookie mistake. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
yeah, Anton's not the only person that has no limits. So don't do that to me. I know who you guys are. Don't do it. Trust me, trust me. I'm usually well calculated and I know what I'm talking about. So don't do it. That's all I'm gonna say is don't do it. So I had a lot of questions. Like I said, you was on the thumbnail, you was on the descriptions, you was on the title. You decided to take it down. Yeah, I don't respect that. You to take all that shit down. You leave it up there. See, there's some things. There's some certain people that I'm not cool like that anymore. I don't need the views. I don't need the watch hours like that. Their stuff is private. It's pretty much gone because I'm not gonna half-ass it. I'm just gonna take it all away. Corey, take the stream down or put the thumbnail, description, and tag his name in the title. If not, I can't respect that move. And that's pretty much my take on that. So it's 11:30 right now. Go ahead.
You know what the crazy part about this is? The crazy part about this is that he knows good and hell well why he not gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? Because if he did do that, then you would have to explain why you even took it down in the first place. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Excuse
I
me.
get it. Yeah, that he'll definitely have to explain that shit. Like you can't be making no emotional decisions. Because that was extremely emotional. I would just say take the whole stream down, respectfully.
Right.
I would respect that a lot more. But that half-ass shit, nah, I can't do it. I tried to explain that to somebody this morning, and pretty much I had a lot of questions on why Corey did what he did, and after Anton left, he didn't say any shit like for the first 20 minutes, and it's like I'm not about to sit here and wait. And homeboy came up there on his day off just to say, man, fuck Anton.
Crazy.
I was like, you drove, I don't know how many minutes or hours from where you were at just to come up to a microphone and say fuck somebody. You could send out a tweet and save gas money, especially you're in LA. Hold on, I just thought about it. If this show is done in LA and traffic is hell in LA, especially at nighttime, you wasted all that gas, all that time, all that money you were supposed to be making. You wasted that just to come on the mic and say fuck Anton. So this is how I know niggas on the West Coast ain't that special. Niggas on the West Coast. See, this is why I'm drug free. Because I don't know what y'all smoking over there, but that's not a good move. That was
They're smoking on that new stuff.
yeah. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't respect none of this. Not man one of this shit. This was just a bad day. I'm gonna chalk this up to be I'm a cool person. I'm gonna chalk this up to be a bad day at 5150. This was just a bad day. We're all entitled to bad streams. It happens. So obviously these two are never gonna do content together again. I do believe Let me put this out here as well. I do believe some people's gonna go after Anton. Y'all heard it here first. Wednesday, January 14th, 2026, 11:33 p.m. Central Standard Time. Somebody is gonna go after Anton. So, and I already know Anton has one security guard. Well, he keeps a security guard with him. Yeah, you might want to double up, and I say that respectfully because I do think people are going to try to go after him and silence him. That's what I think. So I expect a lot of rumors, a lot of other stuff that people do to sabotage somebody's name. I do think they're going to go after Anton sometime this year. I do believe that. And these are one of those things that I hope I'm wrong. I pray to God I am wrong because I rock with Anton. I do not want anything to happen to this man at all. But because of all the stuff that he believes in, which I believe in as well, and how he is unapologetically himself, I think some people are going to get sick and tired of it, and somebody's going to try to sabotage this man's name and his reputation. That's
I
not the
mean,
most popular thing.
that's
Go
something
ahead.
that they already doing, right? And I was saying this when I was over there in Angry Man's chat, when he was talking about it, and I was saying that because I had said last night and I said earlier today when I was on Izzy show that Corey was trying to champion for the black community, but excuse me, the sad part is that when it comes down to it, it's women in particular. It's a lot of black women that really don't rock with Corey. But the only reason they're gonna rock with, or they was rocking with Corey in that moment is because he was going at the Anton because they don't like Anton. You see what I'm saying? So,
Correct.
and I said, out of all the 50s, if not hundreds of channels that's reviewing this blow up between Anton and Corey, I said, who you think gonna be mostly in the chat? It's gonna be women. And when I said that, a whole bunch of women was in the chat, like, yeah, we don't like Anton. Y'all don't like Anton, but y'all also don't like Corey. But right now, y'all like Corey because he's going at the Anton. So how long is it gonna be before y'all get back on and we hate Corey train? You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So Corey, you simping for a group of people that's really gonna turn on you. Just give it time. It ain't gonna take long. I promise you, it ain't gonna take long.
Mm. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Like, fellas, please be careful who gas y'all up to do these stupid shit. Please, please, please. I got into it um with somebody on Clubhouse because of some, and I'm gonna tread carefully because, like I said, when I say don't say my name anymore, this individual has not said my name, and I'll keep the receipts to myself. This woman went on these other people's channels, and she started to gas up these dudes, and they started to go after certain people, all because a particular pillar of the black manosphere blasted you.
Mm. How'd that work out for him?
That did not work out for her very well. So I also say y'all really gonna have to stop letting these people gas y'all up the way it is because y'all gonna hold that L at the end of the day. So if Corey Holcomb was gassed up by black women to do this, boy, oh boy, they owe you big time. And like I said earlier, why are you not thriving off of your core audience? Your core audience is supposed to have your back and take care of you to the point where you don't have to go at somebody on behalf of them. You can do it because you want to do it.
Mhm.
And one last thing, clowning people for having security. Clowning people for having security. Um, if you say I don't have security, I have my partners with me. That's low key having security. I'll go a step further. If your partners is on payroll, that's your security. I'll go a step further again. If one of them ignorant ass restarts so happens to be the one carrying the strap, that's your security, whether they're licensed or not. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Sal, I'm gonna ask you this. You serve this country.
Mm-hmm.
I am licensed. I am a licensed to uh
Take
work
life.
my yeah, I'm licensed to take life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go into I'll take it regardless whether I have that license or not. It doesn't matter. But do my field of work, I have to be somewhat of a marksman.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain score I have to get to hold a gun at work and get paid to do it in the state of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
In comparison to from private security all the way to serving the country, which you have done. Where do niggas from the hood knowing how to shoot a weapon fit in that equation?
Not nan nowhere.
Yeah,
Most
That's
niggas don't know how to shoot.
and this is what I told a particular individual this morning. I love her to death, and she knows this. She doesn't understand. Niggas from the hood cannot shoot.
Can't shoot.
They cannot aim. They cannot fire. They don't keep their guns clean. It will jam on them. And I don't care if Anton's security was outnumbered. I'm going with the licensed motherfucker over niggas from the street any day of the motherfucking week. Let me calm down. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care if it's two people against one, 3v1, 4v1, 5v1, 6v1. My Smith and Wesson is going to make sure I go the fuck home and everybody go explain to God how they ended up there with a bullet in their head. See, I'm gonna say civilians in this aspect in comparison to my field of work and obviously law enforcement in between and what Cell did for our country. Civilians, hear me and hear me clearly. You do not know how to shoot a gun. You don't know, you're not qualified, and you gonna be pissing your pants when you come across me because I'm gonna take your life if I have to. I don't want to, but unfortunately, you presented you put us in a scenario, and your said outcomes have gave me the options to take your life if I choose to. I'll see if I can find another way to do it. I can do it. Your best weapon is your de-escalation skills. But if you decide to take a life because of a split moment, I understand. That's why I'm not mad at what happened with that ICE agent in Minnesota and what she did to old girl. I know that's not a popular thing to say, but oh well. When it comes to that situation, Anton was in a safe place because until you can show me that you are a qualified shooter in your state, you are dead. If I'm anywhere in that equation, that's how that works. You are dead if Cell is anywhere in that equation. Do not shame somebody for having security guard when a security team when you have one as well with your amateur security guards that you call friends. I am tired of civilians trying to have this conversation with me as if they know what the fuck they talking about. You do not. and you never will if you're going to remain in your bubble. I'm speaking from experience. I have seen there was a video on TikTok a long time ago of somebody going to the gun range.
Mm-hmm.
Why I'll just call them YNs, although that term did not exist back then. They went to the gun range. He let off a few shots, and the only thing I heard after that was, "I ain't hit a damn thing." Niggas from the hood will lose versus a marksman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why civilians don't understand that shit. It is nerve wracking how clueless some people can be.
But it's as simple as like I tell people this all the time, right? The situation that just went down with Maduro, right?
Hmm.
Yes, it was a full scale operation, but how many people you think went into that building? To you have people who are trained to do this thing and not have no type of feelings about it and not feel no type of way about it. Like exactly, practice, 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 bro.
Yep.
Shooting a 490 with the left hand. That's with my offhand. That's not even my shooting hand. Like, but
Right.
again, I'm supposed to be afraid of a dude who don't even know how know how to have muzzle control. You right, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody like to talk, but not a lot of people who are doing a whole lot of doing. So it is what it is. But it's 11:45. G, I gotta get up for take the kids to school in the morning. I gotta holler at you, big homie.
Yeah, anytime, man. I appreciate you for pulling up, man.
Big dog. All right.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. That was Sal, ladies and gentlemen. Um, let me get the big screen real quick. Okay. So actually, we can do this instead. There we go. So civilians, hear me and hear me clearly. There is a world where you have little to no experience in. When I talk to people who has more experience than me, I shut the fuck up and listen. Do the same thing when I'm talking. And I'm talking to everybody. My friend annoyed me this morning with that. But putting her to the side, I had heard that a couple times throughout the day. And I heard more people say it when I brought this conversation up earlier in the day on Clubhouse in other rooms. You guys, I am trying to tell you guys, Anton was fine. A licensed security officer will trump a group of niggas from the hood. It will trump a group of niggas from the trailer park. It will trump a few niggas from the slums. And I'm using niggas as a racially biased terminology, meaning anybody can get it. I'm trusting me over a group of people. I'm going home. I'm trusting a police officer versus a group of people because they're going home. I'm trusting people like City Light versus a group of people because he's going home. So let's stop with this shaming people with security stuff because one wrong move and that will be your last word. Just want to throw that out there. But I'm sorry that this thing started an hour late because truth is, we were supposed to been out of here. Like I said, I had somebody wanted to occupy my time prior to the stream, and hey, She said, wait. And I said, cool, cool. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like I said, this is no hard feelings. Like I said, everybody's entitled to a bad situation, and That's all that was. I think this will just be a blip on his record. Well, of course, it's gonna be fine. Of course, it's gonna be fine. I just checked it out. 22 hours, 220,000 views. Um, and let me see how many. Let me look to see where's his numbers at. Because if I was him, he better still repurpose his content, honestly. Because is it going to be his most viewed live stream? 'Cause like I said, we're sitting at 228,000. Um, Obviously, his most viewed video is Riza Islam. So we'll see. Uh, I don't know if it's gonna make it all the way up there. I really don't know because RZA is goaded more ways than one. And I also need to sit down and take a listen to RZA and break down some of the things he's saying. All right, we'll check this out later. But like I said, you get paid off the watch hours, not the views. So we'll see what happens. But let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's go ahead and get out of here, people. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in. Do me a favor on your way out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it to a friend or two. Follow me on all social links are located in the description. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. My guy, appreciate you for pulling up, man. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Where's the music? There we go. BTSI show, Christopher J. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.
It's a mess. Hey, don't even worry about it.